This morning we read Isaiah chapter 20 through to chapter 23. Lots of prophecies against various nations, warnings that the world was about to be shaken up by the Assyrians and then later the Babylonians, and the Lord was saying that he was in charge of history. He knew what was going to happen. So from all of that, I just want to take one little verse for us to think about. It's a prophecy against Jerusalem. It's saying that the Lord stripped away the defenses of Judah, and you looked in that day to the weapons in the palace of the forest. You saw that the walls of the city of David were broken through in many places. And then he talks about how they tried to strengthen their defenses and how they began to rely on their defenses. You built a reservoir between the two walls for the water of the old pool, but you did not look to the one who made it, or have regard to the one who planned it long ago. And then the Lord said, you should have called on me. You should have wept and wailed, and you should have fasted, but instead you just had parties and said, let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we die. Instead of turning to the Lord, they first relied upon the defenses, the walls of the city, the weapons that they'd stored up, and secondly, they just became fatalist. In our problems, in our difficulties, we can make the same mistakes if we're not careful. We can, first of all, we can rely on natural defenses, on our own techniques to survive, to get through difficult times. We can rely on our own strength or our own courage or our own resources. And the Lord says, don't do that, rely on me. And the second is we can just become fatalistic. Instead of seeking the Lord to help us, we can just say, what happens, happens. But that's not the right attitude either. We should be seeking the Lord and praying to him for deliverance and turning to him. When we're in the midst of the crisis, don't make the two mistakes they made. Don't make the mistake of just relying on your own resources. Don't make the mistake of being fatalistic. Instead, call out to the Lord for deliverance. Pray to him and seek his face.